My pregnancy journey, the first trimester, I was really, really sick. Morning sickness. I was vomiting. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. I was really, really sick. The only thing I could eat then was salad, apple, and other fruit. So it was really, really difficult for me for the first trimester. Then the second trimester, like I said before, I wasn't eating for the first trimester. So the second trimester, I was kind of like that morning sickness continue to second trimester. So I was really sick in the second trimester. So I could not eat and I was throwing up. If I drink water, I would throw that water out. If I drink water, that water will not stay. So nothing stays in my tummy you before throwing up, I will feel this pain, this sharp pain, like like my heart wants to pull off, like a heartburn or something. So this continued, and I went to the healthcare center, and they gave me some drugs, and the drugs could not work. So I came back. And 2 days later, the whole thing continued. So 2 days later, my husband said, no, so he has to take me to the emergency, to the bigger hospital. We got there and the doctor examined me physically and he said something like, you don't have water in your system, you are dehydrated. I was like, really? So even in the front of the doctor, I keep throwing up and everything I'm throwing up is kind of yellowish and water, and I'm not drinking water. I'm not eating anything. So, what am I throwing up? So, I was so worried about the baby. I was so concerned. At this time, I could not walk straight. I was bent, like I was bent, like I could not walk or stand straight. So, the doctor said something and he said that you are going to be admitted. I was like, really? So at this time, my husband was just there, solidly beside me. So the pain was kind of increasing and increasing. The whole thing was increasing, like seriously. So I spent 7 days in the hospital, 7 days no eating, and they were just fixing drip in my body, drip, different drips, a lot of drips. I can't count, but I can see different drip, sugar drip, salt, vegetable, nausea, ejection. A lot of things was being fixed on me. Like when it's finished, they will bring another one, like continuously like that. I was like, God, please have mercy on me and save me, not let me die. I was just there, I was praying. So at this time, I could not speak. Like, I can't talk, I can't say anything. I was just like, so one day I felt good, I felt okay. So I called my husband, like, when you're coming, bring something for me. He saw me, was like, you okay? Like, seriously, you could speak? I was like, God, this is the process. I mean, this is the beginning of the healing. I felt very okay. But the next day, the whole thing continued. Like I could not say anything because the moment I start saying something, I will throw up. And before throwing up, that pain is there. So the doctor keep giving me, the treatment, the drugs, and all that. So they discovered like a heartburn or what have you. And even as that, the whole thing was still kind of strange to them, you know, and they were so kind and really wanted to find out what is happening and all that. So at the point, my breath was going down and they have to fix oxygen. Oxygen. Yes, oxygen. They have to fix oxygen. I was like, Jesus, Jesus, I need you now. I need you. I need your healing. So it was really, really intense, and I was worried. So they took me to, you know, and to make some to run some tests. They did a scan to my heart to see if there's a problem, and there is no problem at all with my heart. My heartbeat was okay, so I was worried about the baby. They took me into to the X-ray room. No, ultrasound room, not X-ray room. So they check the baby and they see that the baby is fine. The amniotic fluid is fine. The baby breath is fine. I am the one that is sick. Okay, so everything was okay. So they kept me there, like I said, for a whole 1 week. So the moment they were like consigned because I have a little baby, they have to discharge me and the doctor have to come home for the treatment. So that day they were doing that planning and God was making another plan for me, which is I started like hungry. And I said to the nurse, I'm hungry. They said, really? Yes. So they brought yogurt for me. I took it. I was like, they came back. I was like, you didn't throw up? I said, no, I didn't throw up. That was miracle. So the nurse brought the soup for me, your hot soup. I drank it and I didn't throw up. And that was miracle. I felt like, yes, I am fine, but I am not strong. Like, it's just like instant healing, you know? So, and the doctor was like, wow, this is good, you know? So they discharged me. So they make the arrangement for the for they make arrangement to discharge me, and also they they are kind of like if there is anything come up, I have to call the hospital or I have to come back. So that is how they discharged me, and I told you I was like, what just happened, you know? So my second trimester, the first trimester, second trimester, I didn't enjoy second trimester at all. So the whole second trimester, I was really weak, you know, because I have to be really kind of careful. So after some time, pelvis pain started. I could not move. I could not, you know, it. If I move in a second, it will hook me. I have to stay or stand there. So it was really a very tough one, you know. So to the third trimester, at this time, I am so heavy, you know. I don't feel comfortable anymore. So it's kind of a whole pregnancy. I didn't really enjoy it, you know, because the time I'm supposed to enjoy, which is the second trimester, the whole thing was really, really, the whole hormones was really, really, really strong. So to God be the glory. To the third trimester was waiting for the baby. I was just waiting for the baby. One thing I keep doing was exercise, 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 exercise. I never gave up. I even at that point I was really sick and weak. I keep doing exercise and exercise because I know that will go a long way. So I keep doing exercise, dancing exercise, and all other yoga exercise, pregnancy exercise. So, so the trimester to the due date, but the baby came before the due date. The due date, the baby came, and everything happened very fast, and it was a miracle. My contraction lasted for just 1 hour, less than 1 hour, and the baby came. So, what I would say is this before getting pregnant, please, you really need to be ready because pregnancy journey is not an easy thing to embark on because you have to be really like mentally ready. You know these things they say that when a woman is pregnant, the whole house will be on fire, you know there is nothing like that, okay? There you need to do. You just have to be ready mentally before getting pregnant, okay? So when you are mentally ready, when you get pregnant, you will be able to overcome all these challenges because yes, when you are pregnant, there are a lot of things that pass through you. And when you are not mentally ready before that time, trust me, you will not be able to control those situations. That is why you need to be ready before getting pregnant. By so doing, you will be able to control those challenges. So, for me, my experience in terms of like home is always peaceful. My husband is the best husband in the world. After I put to bed, you know, my husband is the one that take care of me. He takes good care of me. As in, my husband take care of me after putting to bed. Whatever that you can ever think of, whatever you can ever think of that you need to do for a new mom or someone who just put to bed, my husband is in charge. He takes care of my tummy. He pressed my tummy. Like when you see me today, the way I'm looking so beautiful, my tummy is in place. He is the one that is behind it. He takes, so you really have to be ready before embarking on pregnancy journey.